Welcome, Capricorn. It's the witching hour at the Mystic Smuggler. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to the present moment. And welcome to your day. This reading is for all Capricorn energy, relevant to November 2020 and beyond. This will be relevant for whenever you come to it or whenever you go back and revisit it. My name is Michelle and I'm a witch. And I'll be using the Morgan Greer Tarot. It's divided into four sections, covering the areas of love, security, and freedom, and a message from Spirit, a leading message from Spirit. Then at the end, we're going to draw a blessing card from the Blessed Bee Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. Hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you have a blessed Halloween, Samhain, coming up this Saturday, full blue moon in Taurus. Hope you have a very blessed Samhain. All Souls Night, so make sure you light a vigil, memorial candle for your ancestors, honor what they brought, the good that they brought to your life. Now our spirit message is, underlying is the Wheel of Fortune, and on top it is the sun. Wow. Okay, so it's all good up ahead. Regardless of anything that may transpire or has, Spirit is leading you into the new. A new day is dawning for you, Capricorn. That's what I'm feeling. I might take a peek into the crystal. I'm seeing roads and highways. Yeah. Highways. Like a heavenly path. God setting your foot upon a heavenly path. Now, don't get too caught up on the form of that path. What you might have had as a plan A is God's plan B for you. You want to go with God's plan A, which might be your plan B. You might feel like you're settling, but it's not. God's taking the best out of these current circumstances and turning them into the good. So underlying in relationships, you have the Ace of Cups. You have a new love, and you have a brand new connection with divine love. Really, really strong coming off of that card, Capricorn. You've risen through a lot of tough times, as the lotus does. You have new birth and seeds of growth and new buds forming. And the old is still blossoming and beautiful. You have love in all stages of its being. Divine love, human, animals, nature, yourself, your family, romantic love. It's all feeling quite cohesive. So we want to look at the top card, which is, soulmate. Soulmate, a healing relationship, like a tonic working on your soul. That's what I'm getting out of it, is a healing. It's like a healing tonic to you. And this is a divinely appointed relationship. I think you're going to know, if you don't know it at the time of this reading, you're going to know it when it happens. And I feel that you'll be connecting with this person soon, whether you knew them or not, or they're new to you. I do feel that it's a opposite gender attraction, regardless of birth sex. So it's how you identify, how you gender identify. They're the two. It's man, woman, boy, girl. Identifying as man or woman, regardless of your sex being male or female. Okay? So it's your current gender identity. They're going to be opposite. Okay, so I'm going to come back with more clarity on that, but it feels really good. Like, I feel like don't get too caught up into daydreaming about this. Just let it come on its own naturally, is what a strong impression I'm getting from Spirit. Because there's no way you can mess it up. It's just God has intended it for the good. Okay? I do feel strongly that in some circumstances this is a new love. It's a new soulmate, but you might know them from the past. But it's a new love. Okay? If that makes sense. Some of you have never met this person before, have been out of touch for a very long time. But I do feel that it's a destined meeting, it's a destined connection. I think you're both, I keep getting you're both at your finest right now. In other words, you feel you're most presentable than you have in a long time. You feel like you have, I don't know, you just feel like you have your shit together in a way, but you feel at peace with yourself is really what it is. That's why, regardless of your physical appearance or your circumstances or anything, you feel at peace with yourself. So in that sense, at your core, at the core of your soul, you feel you're most presentable because you're most at peace with yourself. You really just don't care anymore, not in a resigned way, but you really just feel like, this is me. I accept me as I am for who I am, and that is that, and through no other person's interpretations of me. No one, just my own. And that's what really makes you feel, attract healthier connections and feel healthy in connections. Even when you have to lay down some boundaries, even when people feel like you feel like people are cutting you off, they're in fact cutting you off, you feel at peace with yourself. So you don't really care to take things too personally. You're not indifferent, but you just don't care. You don't care that other people do what they do, because what you do care about is that you're at peace with yourself and with God. And with this other person knows you pretty well. They're like a little soulmate to you. It's a sweet connection. Very sweet. Innocent. So I'm going to choose a card from the area of life of material security. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Pentacles. So you feel disconnected in your home, displaced in your family or home. You might have had to move for some reason. I feel that. And you kind of don't know where to go, and you're going to have to start over. But you're not starting over brand new. You're starting kind of halfway down the road. So you literally might be middle-aged. So you don't discredit yourself is what I'm hearing. Don't discredit yourself for all the experience that you do have. You are not necessarily starting over completely from square one, from scratch. It's only from scratch in the sense that you're turning a new leaf. And this feels like the depression or this sadness makes you feel like you're kind of scrapping your whole life and having to start your life all over again, but that's not really the case. So Spirit wants to tell you to make sure that you don't allow yourself too much negative or any negative self-taught, and do not allow yourself to become too discouraged. It might be a tough time in the material sense of the practical matters of life, and specifically your destiny, your life calling, which is that thing you do that's a God-given gift, and it's just what you've always wanted to do, or once you found out what it is you wanted to do, you just knew that was it, like finding the one. You have a calling on your life that's destined in a fingerprint and a specific blueprint only for you, uniquely for you. So don't let this, whatever this setback is, this loss or this disconnection in your material world, make you feel too discouraged. You know, have those feelings and keep the momentum, because that's what the sun is giving you. It's giving you healing, momentum, and a person of support. That's what it means. And the tides have turned. The tables have turned in your favor and for your benefit. Even though you don't feel that way right now, you have to believe and you have to act upon that plan A is still in effect. It just might be more God's plan A for you, not yours. It's God's plan A. And maybe you've been a little distracted and feeling connected to source energy because of these circumstances, or your old way of any unhealthy old ways of seeing yourself. But that is absolutely not the case. God has a very bright and pleasant future set ahead before you. So I'm going to choose a card from the area of freedom. This is your life path, your choices, your free will choices that you make, how much you feel a sense of your own power. Your freedom is your power. So how free do you feel? That's what we're going to look into right now. These are 2 cards. I feel like it's going to be this one, which is strife and competition. And then there's I am tired of it and I'm putting it down. So that's good that they came together, because you're done with the competition and strife. You want to carve your own path. You might be feeling a little discouraged, but look, the underlying energy is victorious. Same as the sun. The sun, it just means everything's good. So you have these feelings of setbacks or halts or stops. You also have people on the outside kind of throwing stones in your path and tripping you up and making you feel, like they're competing with you, like this is some kind of stupid game. And you're like, I'm done and tired with that. I'm moving ahead, even though I can't feel it, even though it feels like this, and even though it feels like this, I'm going to keep moving ahead because I have the light. The light is showing me the way. I don't care what happens. I'm going to keep moving. Okay, let's draw some clarification for all 3. Clarification for love, please. Spirit for Capricorn. Wow, that came out nice and easily. Nice and easy. So, nice and easy. Anger. Let your anger come out nice and easy. Like, don't bash anybody over the head. There might be some truth that needs to be spoken, but don't let anybody question your self-worth. Don't let anybody make you question your self-worth. This person is coming to help you restore your sense of self-worth. That's what this light is shining down upon. There might have been some angry words being said, and you feel like people are making you question your own self-worth. Spirit is like, absolutely not. No way. No way. And they're sending someone in to kind of help validate your soul. So that's good. You may already know this person, but in some cases it's new, or like an older, like a long ago connection, friendship, or whatever, that you're reconnecting or reacquainting, and this person's helping you heal. Here's the sadness again under the material, practical terms, specifically your life calling. It's like you're questioning your self-worth because you've lost sight of what it is you're here to do. You've been listening maybe to too many other people telling you what to do, where to go. You're halfway there and you feel like it's a lot longer than that, but it's not. It's let God's perspective and Spirit's perspective through the loving people give you the right perspective. Loving means you're not going to come away from that conversation questioning your self-worth. You might have to acknowledge some mistakes, but that should never make you feel worthless. It really should never. No one should ever, if you come away feeling ashamed in an unhealthy way, beating yourself up, feeling hopeless, then you're talking to the wrong person. You just are, and you need to get away from that environment and those types of people, even people who say they have good intentions, but it's their voice they want you to listen to. They don't want you to listen to your own inner voice. And that's very harmful and distracting from God's will in your life path and your calling. It makes you feel sad. It makes you feel confused. You have to keep going with God's Son, the light of the Son of Spirit, the all, the source, the all-knowing. You know, you have to accept that love. And I'm thinking that you need to accept it from this person that God is sending you. It's a gentle spirit. Gentle spirit. And they make you feel at peace. And they make you feel like you're human. You're not a bad person. You're a human person. And all humans make the same mistakes. If it's human error, it's always forgivable. If it's toxic behavior, you don't apply forgiveness to toxic behavior. If someone has made you feel worthless continually, you walk away from that person or that environment feeling ashamed, a sinner, sinful, blamed, ashamed, worthless, even though nobody told you that directly. You're in their presence and you always walk away from it feeling that way, and you always talk yourself out of it because you think they love you. But they're not always blind to it. It's they want power and control of the influence they have on you. They want power and control of you walking your path. And that power and control should only belong to you in spirit, in your heart. So don't listen to too many people's advice. You have to get close and be only with the people who tell you to listen to your own heart. Be with the people who don't feel threatened by you not taking their advice or you not asking them for guidance. Do you know what I mean? People who help you figure out what you really want, what really, really sets your heart light glowing, you know? It feels like a return of innocence because you're finally not listening to the dysfunctional adults, whether they say they love you or not, or how much you love them. This is not about disrespecting them. This is about honoring yourself. And that's what it needs to be. You have to keep like a tunnel vision of loving yourself. So for clarification for freedom, we have lover. Okay. So you are going to have a romantic love interest. It's either that you're going to become someone's lover, or you're going to have a lover who helps you clear this path. Someone to give you a broader perspective. Someone who loves your soul. Lover of your soul. The lover of your heart. Person who's not interested in forcing you to listen to their advice, or forcing you, even if it's subtle, even if it's very subtle and covert, forcing you to take their advice because they know you depend on it. That's the power and control they have. They know you depend on them. And what it is that you've become overly dependent and not listening to your own heart. So you're going to be loving yourself as well. And you're going to have this other person who's collaborating and validating your soul. You must listen to them. It might be slow and steady wins the race from here on out, but it's God's plan A for you. And you will know what that is. Okay? I'm going to draw a blessing for you, Capricorn, from the Blessed Bee cards by Lucy Cavendish. I always invoke a blessing either on my own when I'm doing healing work on a person. Always. It's very important. And it's very important for you to bless yourself, Capricorn. Bless yourself. And bless the sources of true love in your life. You know true love by how it feels. You know true love by how it feels. It doesn't just feel sentimental. It feels true. It feels pure. It feels everlasting, not codependent. It feels like it's uplifting and like it just makes you feel like a whole person. You know, you come away from it feeling whole and healed, more integrated, more together. Like it makes you feel you've come together. It's in a healing sort of way. That's how true love feels. Like you just feel whole. You're not whole without that person's love. It's just that they're reminding you with their love that you already are whole, and to remember that. Underlying blessing is a blessing for healing of injury or illness. So that's all the circumstances that have created a sense of wounding or feeling heart sick, feeling the impact of disease or illness in your life or in those around you, the disruption it may have caused, the havoc it may have created. That is what you're getting healing from right now. And it's going to be healed through love. And here is your actual blessing card, a blessing on your love. So, look at that. And now this is masculine energy, obviously, but it's like it's eternal. It's evergreen. No matter how many trees have lost their leaves and what losses there have been, there are always those trees that have green on them. And it's a blessing. It's like year-round. It doesn't go away. There are no seasons. These are not fair weather friends. This is a strong love, a masculine love. But with the moon here, it depicts like a feminine expression as well, a tenderness, an intuition, an intuitive kind of love. You know it by how it feels. So now let's take a look at this Capricorn and look at the blessing very specifically, okay? Beautiful reading. Let's see then. Number 17, a blessing on your love. Your love. It's the love you give to others. Blessing your heart, not just a union with another person. Not only that, but on your love. You being blessed for loving people for so long, maybe even when they didn't deserve your love. What they deserved was a boundary because you love them and because you love yourself. But sometimes you have to put in that boundary and say, you know, I'm going to love you from a distance. That's the healthiest way for me. I can no longer sacrifice myself just because I love you and I need you in my life. Your behavior, I do not need. Your toxic behavior, I do not need. I don't apply forgiveness. I apply a boundary. Okay, but in my heart, I love you from a distance. Bye-bye. No more bad behavior. You don't have to change anybody. You change how much you'll put up with and how you will physically act upon it. You've got to. Don't let people talk you out of your boundaries. Number 17, a blessing on your love. May the fragile, the keywords, a blessing on the discovery of the affinity of one soul for another. Like this and like this. See? Okay. All about love here, Capricorn, so enjoy. May the fragile beginnings of love between you bring to life qualities within you that will be your soul's true calling. May the sweetness of the taste of the lips that kiss yours be matched by the kindness and patience you find for each other. May the darker times that beset all companions of the heart teach you what to hold on to and what to open your hands to easily let go of. May the embrace of each other's arms become a sanctuary from the world, yet not keep you from it. Instead, may this love send you back to the world restored, whole, eager for the knowing of it. And when you return to each other, may there be peace for both to share and learn of what shaped you that day. Let passion be long-lived. Let your spirit's flame be both tended and stoked by the other. And may you be a friend of the soul, a bringer of laughter and a light in the times when shadows gather and fall. If you should leave one before the other or choose to go, let it be without lies or mistrust. Let it be the natural order of things that your love burned brief and bright. But if it is right for this love to endure into the years far beyond, let it be good and enriching and solace itself for your years as an elder. Let this love be your light, and may it guide you well, warm you always, and help you see all more clearly. Blessed be. Blessed be to you, Capricorn. I wish you much love and light from my soul to yours. Until we meet again, brightest blessings.